and I'm gonna let you down. Why you so worried?
Super Eagles, waiting they happen, waiting they share, we want no. Shayna Winch, I been landing, no matter their plan, no, we go still they fly.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Welcome to the analysis of the match coming up between Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Moroccan side tomorrow by 8 p.m. UK time and 9 p.m. Nigerian time. So this is going to be an interesting match, just like it has been between Tunisia, between Algeria. But the only thing I've realized after we hyped those matches and the Super Eagles, they've come out to say no, this is not a challenge. And I expect the same outcome tomorrow, that the Super Eagles will face the host nation and they will play them as if they are nothing. So they've done it twice in this tournament. I mean, in the 5 matches that they've played, two tough nations we've predicted will give them tough time in Tunisia and Algeria. They've actually come underperform with the Super Eagles side. Not because they're not good countries, you know. You've seen the matches they played in the tournament; they played very well. But each time in those 2 matches when they met Super Eagles, they looked like they are underdogs and they didn't know what they're doing. But before I continue, I want to quickly talk about the history, as I used to do so far in this tournament, about the Super Eagles. The Super Eagles, between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Morocco. These 2 nations have met 5 times in the AFCON competition, and the host nation in Morocco, they've come out on top by winning 3 of those matches, and the Super Eagles winning just 2. So in 1976, the AFCON tournament was held in Morocco also, and they met twice in that competition. Morocco winning the two meetings by 3 goals to 1 and 2 goals to 1. In 1980, Nigeria met Morocco also. That was held in Nigeria, and that's the first AFCON that Nigeria won. Also, the 1976 edition was the first and only AFCON that Morocco has ever won. So in 1980, Nigeria won 1-0 in the semi-final to go on their way to winning that competition. The next meeting was in 2000, and the Nigerian side won at the group stage 2-0 over Morocco. The last meeting was in 2004, which is iconic for me because there's a bit of history to that match. I can remember when we wanted to see that match. We were in school. I was in secondary school, Victory High School, Milado, Oshoro, and it was a weekday. I think it was a Tuesday, if I'm not wrong. Tuesday. I just know it's a weekday, and we were in my school. We closed 5 p.m. and the match was slated for 4 p.m. So I couldn't have missed that match. So I had to stop school. I had to leave school early. We escaped from the school, me and some of my boys. So unfortunately, we got to. I know I went home. I saw it. I watched that match in Bodaye Monisa's house, in front of my dad's house. So I came from the back door, got into his sitting room, and I watched the match. I could remember Nigeria losing that match, one goal to nothing to Morocco. It was Yusuf Haji that scored in that match. I could remember the Haji brother, the Mustafa Haji and Yusuf Haji. Mustafa Haji for me was very good. So that's the brief history, the succinct history between Nigeria and the Morocco side in AFCON competition. Coming to this AFCON 2025 competition specifically, when we zoom into the statistics, they've both played 5 matches to get to this semi-final so far. None of them have lost any match, but the Moroccan side has drawn 1 match and won 4. They've conceded only 1 goal, and they've scored 8 goals, leaving them with 7 goals goal aggregates or difference. So, but the Nigerian side have scored 14 goals, leaving them with the highest goal scoring team in this competition. They've just conceded 4 goals. The highest goal scorer in the competition so far is Ibrahim Diaz of Morocco, and the next highest goal scorer is Victor Osimhen with 4 goals. Ademola Lookman with 3 goals. So the attack of both teams is very sharp, dangerous. So it's going to be a battle of the best midfield tomorrow again, just as we saw between Nigeria and the Algerian side. Whoever wins the midfield battle is going to win that game. So both teams will want to attack. They have the same playing style. In this competition, both teams will come at you and distort, and will not allow you even orchestrate any pass in the midfield. But I believe in Iwobi. He has been the orchestra, the conductor so far in the Super Eagles side, pulling all those strings together, because he's sure that Ndidi and Onyeka are covering for him. Unfortunately, Ndidi is not going to be featuring tomorrow because of suspension, and we believe that he has a formidable replacement to cover for him. The Super Eagles side, analyzing that team, I think what stood out for me personally when watching the Super Eagles side under Erisha in this particular competition is the ability for the fullbacks to play as wing backs as though they are fullbacks, and to play as fullbacks as though they are wing backs. So they've been very good, energetic. They cover all the blades that is available to be covered on their sides. I've noticed that they don't usually drop into the midfield, but they maintain their occupation on that side. So, and that is possible for them because you can see the Super Eagles side populating the midfield in a 2-2 diamond formation with Ndidi Onyeka and then Ademola Lookman and Alex Iwobi being the two up front. But you can see that the conductor on the orchestra, like I've said, is in Iwobi, coming up with unexpected passes that are not just lame passes, but passes that actually get to the expected destination. So this two side is going to be a tough match tomorrow. It's going to be a very tough match. That is the brief summary and analysis of what has been between these two nations. Fortunately for the Super Eagles, they haven't lost any match up until now, and they haven't dropped, if you are counting points, they haven't dropped any points. They haven't played any draw. They've won 5 out of 5 matches, which makes them a very dangerous team to face. We know the two teams that we've always predicted that will give Super Eagles tough time in this competition, as the Tunisian side and the Algerian side. They're both North African countries. They play the same style of football with Morocco, and what we've noticed is that the Super Eagles have actually they've disappointed all of us. They've surprised us because they make these two nations look like they are confused and they didn't know what they are doing. Not because those sides are not strong; they're strong teams, but it's just because of the cohesiveness of the Super Eagles team. The synergy between them is very strong. That's what makes those matches look easy, and I believe that's the same thing we're going to be expecting and seeing tomorrow. So, specifically to players, what I would say is that what made the team really solid, also the fullbacks that I praised the other time, what made them able to do their job the way they did it is because they have very good ball playing center backs, particularly in Calvin Bassey. You can see the guy is very strong, very confident, very good with the use of the ball, and is fearless. So if I'm on the Chelsea board, I don't know why I won't be going for Calvin Bassey. It's better than all the defenders in Chelsea combined. I make bold to say that. He's a very good defender. So, and I dove my heart for him. So him and his counterpart in that centre back has been very, very good. So it has helped the fullbacks and the wing backs, you might call them, to operate with stellar performance. So I hope tomorrow is not going to be any different, and I don't expect these guys to come up with any silly mistake. I expect them to keep their head down and just bring up their performance the way they used to do. Nigeria has a high chance of going to the final. And if tomorrow is their last, even if they lose tomorrow's match and it's their last game, personally, I think they've earned my respect. They've played so well. So for me, they'll be the best team in this tournament. So far, they'll be the best team. So if they can put up the performance tomorrow like they've done before, that will be, for me, they'll be the best team that I've seen. So, but I believe strongly, I believe vehemently within me that they will go through tomorrow. So I'm rooting for the Super Eagles winning 3-1 tomorrow. Let me know your prediction in the comment section. Come to the comment section, populate it. Tell us, what do you think the outcome of the match between Nigeria and Morocco is going to be tomorrow? Let us know in the comment section, and I'll see you after that. I'll see you on our road to analyzing the final match, be it against Senegal or against Egypt. So Nigeria all the way. Super Eagles, waiting the shell now. We won't know.